Question for both of you, since you both scored. If you could just walk us through what you each saw. And then second, also for both of you, sorry I'm being greedy, this was a unique atmosphere, a record-breaking, history-making atmosphere. And it also seemed like a really intense game emotionally. It was very aggressive, very physical. And so I'm wondering if the atmosphere of the crowd played into the emotions that you each experienced in the game.
For the goal, I think we spent a lot of time working on set pieces on the training ground yesterday. So really nice to see, obviously, one of those come off and result in a goal. I think we've been kind of given a little bit of freedom to work on us playing short and trying to find spaces that are available. And, sometimes you just whip a ball in there and good things happen. So I think that's kind of what we were seeing, and happy that it worked out for us. In terms of the atmosphere, obviously always a unique experience when you get to be part of something that's record-breaking. And I think that for me personally kind of really felt just the energy of the crowd and just the energy of the moment that we were doing something really special, something that's never been done before. And I think for us, especially in the first half, we're kind of riding that high. And then also knowing that we're not at home. And so thinking in the second half, obviously they had a little bit more momentum and the crowd behind them, but really proud of our group and kind of the way that we were able to stay steady even though we were under it a little bit, and grind out 3 points.
Well said. For the goal, I feel like we emphasize on pressing and set pieces and a lot of details, and from the front to back I think we did very well. Pressing, and Hal was in such great spots to pick that ball up and just sitting in the pocket, getting it and facing up. And from my point of view, what I saw was Trin running, and I feel like people are starting to notice that I kind of passed first, so I'm like, okay, you're going to give me the space, I'm just going to take it one-on-one, and found the back of the net finally. But to answer your second question, I mean, environment like this is just amazing. Like Kate said, this is history, so to be a part of it, one, is an honor, but this is our job. We do have a game to play and wanted to focus on winning. Just for me, I love environments like this when there's a lot of people. It's very hype. We're entertainers also, so just wanted to put on a show.
Questions in the room? Can I ask another one? Yes, you can.
This one is for Croix. As the Spirit is able to play more players who are coming back from injury, what has that sort of been like, especially with the attack? Because there have been a lot of people waiting in the wings, a lot of people still who are building back minutes. But as you know, we're now in the second half of the season, it does seem like things are beginning to gel as you have more time together.
Yeah, just emphasizing on the gel, wanting to mesh. I feel like this team is very deep and very versatile, so to have people coming off injury that can get back in the groove, and then people that are necessarily coming off the bench, I feel like sky's the limit for us, and not just focusing on the first 11 that are out there, but when the next people come in, that energy and that level will be lifted. As you can see, Rumi came in and did a great job. Just keep pushing forward for those that come back, but also those that come on and change the game.
Yeah, Sarah Ash, all for 11. You're talking about, your entertainers, but also you have to balance that with wanting it to kind of feel like a normal game inside. I'm curious, once you got onto the field, can you talk us through how it felt for you from the start, maybe before the whistle kicked off, and then throughout the game, if there were any heightened emotions, and just how it felt to be in that environment, if it's what you expected to?
If you come to a game at Audi, it's very rowdy, so it was nothing new to us, but just a lot more people, different stadium, different environment, and like Kate mentioned, it's an away game. So for me, I love this kind of stuff. I don't really feel pressure. So just feeding into the environment, the Bay Area, the people that you had performing, I enjoy it. I was dancing, but trying to stay focused as well.
Brian G., Santa Cruz Voice. So when you're in an environment like this, knowing like last year Chicago with this Bay FC squad set an NWSL record, and this year it's an NWSL record, do you kind of look at each other and go, you know, if we did this at Nationals Park, we could put 50 in there? You kind of thinking like that now?
I'm going to say that's for our front office to decide. No, obviously, yeah, I think thanks to the Bay FC staff and the staff here at Oracle Park for putting on, quite a show as what it was branded as, and super fun to just be a part of that. But Audi is a pretty incredible place to play as well, so we'll see.
Paula Baruri, San Francisco, California, 10 a.m. First, welcome to the Bay Area. Congratulations for your performance. What was key to manage the emotions in playing in front of more than 40,000 people? How do you guys get together? Thank you, and I have a follow-up. Thank you.
I think we knew coming into it, obviously, to expect a big crowd. It was going to be loud, difficult to communicate with each other on the field. And so I think we just kind of had a plan for how we wanted to do that coming into the game. But really, it's kind of like little things. Like we talk a lot about just making eye contact with teammates on the field. And I think that just that little acknowledgement, a thumbs up, applauding somebody after a tackle, those little moments of connection with teammates in between big moments, I think really keep us grounded and help keep the emotions in check and managed, even when the atmosphere gets loud and can be overwhelming.
Besides the victory, if you want to choose one moment at this, what are you taking away? If you want to choose like the fans and be part of this growth of culture in the United States of soccer, especially when the World Cup's around the corner. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'd say just being a part of the growth of the NWSL. I mean, this is history playing at baseball fields. Maybe next we can play at NFL stadiums. But just continuing to grow the league. Little girls, even little boys, they're looking up to us, and it's on the rise. Like, I feel like this is just the beginning. So to be a part of it is amazing, but continuing to help it grow for the future, where will we be? Where will we be?
Question for both of you. You guys sort of touched on what it was like, but I'm curious out on the field, could you feel the difference in the atmosphere? Like what felt different and, what were you guys sort of picking up out there?
I think for me, just like the noise level is obviously going to be different in front of that many people. And so I think that was kind of the most difficult thing to manage, especially as someone who's naturally a little bit more soft-spoken. But honestly, I think kind of Croix touched on it earlier, like leaning into the like joy of the moment and kind of being able to celebrate what we were a part of while we were in it on the field. And I think kind of, leaning into just knowing that we were doing something special and kind of using that energy to propel us during the game.
That was well said. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to add.
I was curious, could you guys, there was some music like during the game. Did you guys pick up on that? How did that play into everything?
I was jamming. I'm looking over at the performances when we came back. Too Short was out there, and I was dancing. I'm like to my teammates, "That's Too Short. Like, do y'all know who? That's Too Short." And they're like, "I don't know," but I'm like, "All right." But I think it's fun, like to add songs throughout the game. It might throw us off our game, but at the end of the day, we have a job to focus. But like she said, the joyful parts of soccer. So.
Did it make it harder to communicate with, sound playing like that while you guys were out there on the pitch?
It does, but like Kate mentioned, like we focus on eye contact, high fives, like body language. Not everything has to be vocal communication, and the more we play and get to know each other, the easier the body language is.
Take one more in the room.
Hello, ladies. Mark Kolovich, Bay Area Sports Rep. I asked your coach the question about, how they turned the momentum at the end of the first half and then got the early goal in the second half. So what was the moment that you mentioned there's some moments between big moments, connections between the players where you guys weren't able to maybe panic and then let them and concede that equalizing goal. So was there a moment somewhere after that second goal where you guys were just maybe looking at each other saying we're not going to concede this third goal for them?
I think immediately after they scored the second goal, obviously that's not the way that you want to start coming out of halftime. But I think kind of collectively we were just looking around at each other and there wasn't a panic or really concern. It was just, no, we feel confident in our ability to defend well and our ability to go and score another goal if we can. And so I think that kind of moment after the second goal went in could have easily been a panic moment. And we just carried ourselves, I think, with a lot of composure after that. And I think that helped us kind of stay strong under pressure in the second half.
Yeah, just to add on, I feel like we all trust each other. Of course, you don't think that, oh, they scored one, they're going to score another. No, we don't want them to score at all. And if we can't get a goal, then the job is to not allow them to score. But I think we kept our energy positive. I don't think anyone put their head down or thought that, oh, we're going to lose or tie this game. I feel like the energy was up. So, yeah.
Okay, we'll go to Zoom now. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Andre, you could go ahead and unmute.
Thank you. Thanks for speaking with us, and congrats on your goals. Croix, I want to pick up. You talked about being an entertainer, and in the pregame, I asked Tara if there's a little bit of that extra, little bit of added motivation to maybe be a villain and spoil this big party. She gave me a basic answer, but you as an entertainer, I want to know, was that something that was kind of on your mind? Did you want to go into this game with the kind of a little bit of an additional mindset to like really make sure you go out there and put on a performance and put on a show for people who were maybe there to see Bay?
Of course. I mean, when we come play any team away, we want to win. We're coming to your house, but in reality, this is our house, and we're here to take over respectfully. So especially doing that at this stadium with history, I mean, we also made history not just playing here, but winning here.
Thank you. And I did want to ask about the game and growing under Adrián. I got to talk to him about, getting the goals when you had a lot of control of the game, whereas maybe in previous games that probably would have been 1-1 going into halftime. How important was it to be able to capitalize on those moments and get those 3 goals, even though you ended up needing them? But it was important after a long week. I think he said it was 10 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it always helps to put balls in the back of the net. But I think that's kind of been a theme for us a little bit to start this kind of second half of the season is just kind of leaving some things on the table in the first half. And so obviously today to put away our chances was huge. And obviously we ended up needing them, but just a huge confidence builder and momentum builder for us as well.
Ella, you could unmute.
Hey guys, thanks for speaking with us. Croix, you mentioned that you had been wanting this goal for a while, and I think it's almost been a year, or maybe a little longer than a year since you last scored, so you clearly wanted this for a long time. How have you been focusing on finishing and like that final clinical touch in the past few weeks, and how did that kind of all the pieces come together today?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I've honestly been trying not to focus on scoring because the more you overthink it, the worse it becomes. So just trying to let the game come to me and find it in that way and not forcing it. And this one just kind of fell into my feet. So